Good evening, lads and lasses. It seems I'm not animated. But good evening, lads, lasses, and non-binary folks. How are we all feeling tonight? Sorry for the bit of delay there. I did turn the stream on a bit earlier than I was prepared. Gonna connect. There we are! Look at that handsome mug. Now in full motion. But yes! Sorry for not screaming yesterday. Did take a bit longer than I expected to figure out my particular annoyances. So, but I think I've bloody well figured it out, mate. I've figured it out. I've got this second computer running, and this is both a test of that and a fun time, I suppose. Trying to see if this works, and we can explore together. I'm pretty sure it works. I checked it yesterday. But yesterday is not today, and we all know how bloody esoteric computers can bloody be. So, other than that, and my complaining about computers, how's everyone else feeling? Everything sounding okay? Everyone waking up early in the morning, or getting ready to rest in bed, depending where in the world you are? Because let me move my mic a bit closer to me. I'm feeling tired, frankly. Been helping a relative of mine move into a new house. He thought these old bones still had so much energy in them. It is quite the hilariously terrible setup as well. I have no second keyboard because I have lost the second keyboard that I was going to use. So currently I have a on-screen keyboard. And a mouse. That controls my expressions. Which is something you should be looking like this about. What the hell is this guy doing? Don't worry, I have no idea either. You'll notice my eyes drift a lot further now because I have to kind of make sure I'm actually grabbing the mouse and not just the hand of some plasticky robot man suddenly appeared beside me. Yes. Before we actually played the game, I was thinking I would try and do something new. Do some reaction content, because everyone loves that. We all know how that wonderfully goes. Because I don't know about Halo Wars 2. I may have played all the other Halo games, but I haven't played 5 and Halo Wars 2. Or 1, to be precise. So we're going to watch a recap. Only 12 minutes long, so it shouldn't cut too much in the time. Maybe we'll double speed it or something. So, let us jump over to the screen to see if it worked. Look! It did work. Sort of. Why do you look like that? Why are you cropped strangely? OBS, what are you doing? Oh, it's because OBS has cropped the source strangely. There we are. Much better. Well, that's playing. Let's try and get the other thing going. Oop. Look. It's a thing. Which is going to be hard for me to watch as well. Give me a moment. This is what we'll be watching. This little recap thing I found. By this person, so... Can you read the chat? Oh. Ah, the chat must have broken. I'm only seeing the chat on top of the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Good evening. About to pour some iced tea. Oh, wonderful. I didn't mention my drink. I have some fake sparkling wine. Which is just fancy grape juice. Tastes nice. And it was only $10 for 12 bottles. Tastes like juice and cheap. Yes, thank you for that, Tiberian. I was looking at my screen and realized you were talking to me. I don't know. Well, I did change the internet that this computer was using, so perhaps that caused a problem. So yes, isn't this exciting? 2 computers. Who would have thought that this old fire hazard would be able to be used for something? It's still a fire hazard. I'm gonna have to clean it out. But, I just got out of quarantine, so I have to go find myself a, compressed air canister or something. Yes. It'll be interfered with a bit. Can you hear... For a moment, I might mute the Halo Infinite, so you don't have to hear that. Volume mixer. Mute Halo Infinite for now, so be quiet. But I will... Oh, excuse me. Turn this up. Elgato audio up to a bit higher. And now! Let's start this recap, shall we? It'll be out of sync for me, but Like
all great sci-fi sagas, Halo's story begins a long time ago in a galaxy actually not far away at all. This galaxy, right here, although it certainly wasn't the Milky Way as we know it. According to Halo lore, 100,000
You ready for this lore, Tiberian?
Was roaming all across the galaxy.
Maybe I should do
Things
this.
were going pretty well until they ran into a parasitic species known as the Flood.
Yeah,
while trying to escape those gooey fellas, they ran headfirst into an ancient civilization called the Forerunners. That led to a war which was decisively ended when the Forerunners
we learned that in Halo 4.
Back to the Stone Age, literally. After de-evolving the
So
whole
they de-evolved the human
back into
race in
grunting
punishment.
cavemen, the Forerunners still had the Flood to deal with. So they created a race of artificial warriors called the Prometheans and built a bunch of giant super weapons known as the Halo Rings.
Wow.
Kind of a
Title drop.
approach. But somehow they still end up fighting a losing battle. As a final Hail Mary, the Forerunners created a facility called the Lesser Ark to store DNA from the Milky Way's sentient species, and then used the Halos to wipe out all existing life in the galaxy.
Yep.
With a nice new
That's what we knew about from the last
galaxy to
game.
work with, they transported clones of each species back to suitable planets to begin again, seeding humanity 2.0 on a little blue orb called Earth.
Yes.
Fast forward a sprightly 2,500 years, and that's where Halo's story really
not
begins,
2,500
with the
years.
Forerunner
A few
civilization
million
now in
years,
ruins,
but
and
okay, we're just
humanity
going
once
to
again traveling
ignore
the
that.
stars.
In spite of their incredible technological achievements, mankind actually isn't doing all that well in 2552. As the Civil War rages between the colonies and the core worlds, the United Nations Space Command launches a super soldier program that involves kidnapping children, replacing them with clones, and then performing all sorts of crazy experiments on them to create the towering Spartans that we know and love today. So that's where
I'm just
baby
gonna pause
Master
this and
Chiefs come from.
reactivate and activate Elgato again just to make sure it knows what it's doing. Yep. Good.
Humanity's elite breed of 8-foot killing machines arrive just in time.
That's our boy! Good old John! Oop, that's not what I meant to press.
Worlds, they launch a massive invasion, wreaking havoc all across the Milky Way.
Sorry about that.
Obviously not the first game in the Halo series, a species army known as the Covenant. Which is one heck of a way to discover or rediscover.
I keep forgetting that I don't have a
in the
keyboard
universe.
attached to this other
It turns
computer.
out the Covenant worship the Forerunners as gods and treat their leftover technology as sacred artifacts. So when they discover that a bunch of Forerunner tech can be found on human worlds, they launch a massive invasion, wreaking havoc all across
And that's
the
where
Milky Way.
Halo...
Well, obviously not the first game in the
sort
Halo
of Halo
series
begins.
in terms of release date. 2009's Halo Wars dipped back to cover this part of the story. It told the story of a plucky human ship called the Spirit of Fire on a mission to stop the Covenant from setting off a Forerunner.
Seems I was swinging for
superweapon,
fences of that
giving
story, trying to make it
mankind
as
the
wild
chance
as
to fight
possible,
another
but
day.
make it
In the
amazing,
process,
surprising.
though, its
Yes,
crew
this
are
is
left
the...
floating through space in cryosleep,
This is
hoping to drift back
the
into contact
Halo
with the rest of
Wars and all that
mankind
sort of
somewhere
thing,
down
the
line.
extra
So
stuff.
keep these frozen fellas in mind, they'll come back into the picture eventually.
So this is the Halo Wars
The next
story
part
that
of the
finished up
story
there.
is
Then it's
told in
Reach,
2010's
which is the first game
Halo
of Blades.
Reach, with the human versus Covenant war now in
It's
full
kind of
swing.
a... This
In an
wasn't
attempt to
really ever
stem the
intended
tide
to
of
be
the
this big.
Covenant's
It's a bit of a
invasion, the UNSC
Star Wars
started
extended
developing
universe
the
sort of thing.
Spartan
It's a
3s,
bit
a slightly
overwhelming.
smaller, cheaper kind of super soldier designed specifically with expandability in mind. A group of these feisty little troopers called Noble Team are sent down to the planet Reach to recover data from a Forerunner vessel called Bat Kata, which could hold the key to winning the war. while they don't succeed, in fact, they basically all end up getting brutally murdered by the Covenant.
Wonderful.
Sorry, guys. They do manage to secure the artifact and rescue an artificial intelligence named Cortana. Yes, like the one on your PC, who then uses it to send them hurtling towards a
Strange
Halo
choice,
ring.
Microsoft.
And with that, we've made it to the point where
Using
the
Cortana
first
as their
ever
virtual
Halo
assistant.
game actually begins.
As they prepare to crash land onto the newfound Halo ring with the Covenant hot on their tails, the UNSC decide
this
to
is number
entrust
one. Excuse me.
Cortana to a
Goodness, this is
soldier named John
sparkly, it's making me
117, or Master Chief, the legendary veteran of over 200 campaigns against the Covenant and one of the greatest
he's quite
warriors in Spartan history. Exploring the Halo ring together, Chief and Cortana
Wild,
discover
even
that
back
the
then.
Flood are back and have infested the entire thing, leaving them with no choice but to blow up the entire thing if they don't want those creepy parasitic goo balls to spread across the entire
Oh no,
galaxy.
Captain Keys.
As the Halo ring
Your
goes
death.
up in smoke,
A tragedy.
Master Chief and Cortana drift off into space in a lone fighter ship, knowing full well that this is only the beginning.
Yes, yes.
The second Halo game begins with Master Chief being thrown a big old medal ceremony.
I
to
do
reward
like
him
this
for all
Halo
his
game.
hard work,
Halo 2 was
only for the
probably
Covenant
the
to come
best
bursting
in
out of the wormhole
retrospect.
and start laying
What's strange is
siege
they're
to
using
Earth.
Alexa, a
The
web
Spartans
rating
managed
site,
to
as their
force them
personal
back, with
assistant.
Master Chief's crew chasing them all the
This is
way
true.
to a whole other
And whatever that
entirely
Samsung,
unexploded Halo ring, which the
Sarah,
Covenant
whatever
are
her name
quite
was.
keen on activating. Using the sort of nuanced thinking and strategic genius that we've always admired in him, Master Chief solves this problem by fighting his way to the big bad guy in charge, an old dude called the Prophet of Regret, and
We
punching
regret.
him to death. He's all ready to
Yeah,
celebrate
we
when
regret
another
blowing
Covenant
up our
ship
raggedy
appears
ass
and
fleet.
blasts him
Hoorah.
into a flood-filled death pit. However, that was only half of the narrative that we got to play through in Halo 2. The hero of the other half was a disgraced member of the Covenant known as the Arbiter, who eventually finds himself captured by the very same tentacled flood monster as the Chief.
Kind of.
Rather than killing him,
Samsung has a
the
couple
Flood
of them.
proposes
Ah, have they?
it,
I've not really
MC,
kept
and
track.
the Arbiter forge a truce so that they can all go after the Covenant together. With his new best frenemies in tow, MC is
I
once
really
again
wasn't
able to stop
that,
the Halo ring before it activates,
knowledgeable
but
about
not before it
personal
initiates
assistants.
a
I was just
standby
strange when
mode that
Cortana
allows
started
all the
annoying me on
other
my
Halo
Windows
rings
10
in the
PC.
galaxy to be operated remotely
thing.
from a ship called the Lesser Ark. Remember that one? We mentioned it way back at the beginning. And
Is it
it
really
just
called the
so
Lesser
happens that
Ark? They just
Forerunners
called it the
placed
Ark
a
in the
portal
game.
to that
The Lesser
very
Ark is
ship
some
on
new-
Earth. Why'd they trust us with it?
So Halo 3 then kicks off with Master Chief, the Arbiter, and some friends slugging it out with the Covenant down on Earth before they all go tumbling through the aforementioned portal, with a bunch of ships infested by the Flood following right behind them. MC and the Arbiter
This is
are
probably
able
more
to
useful for
convince the
you,
Flood
Tiberian,
to
than it is
work
for me,
with
because I've
them
just
once
watched all
again,
this. I'm waiting
since
for the
allowing
end.
Covenant
I'm
to
still
bring
using
in the
Windows 7.
apocalypse would work
Probably a
out
good
pretty badly
idea.
for all of them. And together they fight
It's
their
not
way
winning
towards
Windows 8.
another big bad called the Prophet of Truth. This time, the Arbiter gets to do the honors, choking him out by his scrawny little neck. With the
Well,
Halo
choking him
relay
out with his scrawny
deactivated
neck.
and
He
the galaxy
stabbed him.
saved,
These
the
people
Flood
aren't very...
figured this
I'm
would be
starting
a
to wonder
great
if this
time
is
to
a
serve up a
correct
portion of
summary. They
hot,
can't even get
spicy
basic
betrayal,
things right.
and immediately attack both Master Chief and the Arbiter. In response, our dynamic duo hatch a plan to take out the Flood, just as the Forerunners did, by zapping them with the Halo ring, whilst far enough away from the rest of the galaxy to avoid killing everyone else. The plan works a charm, but an itchy trigger finger also leads to the Halo ring blowing itself apart, leaving our heroes scattered in its wake, with the Arbiter making it back to Earth, while Master Chief and Cortana are left floating out in an unknown part
That
of
happens
space. It's
every
hard work
game
saving
after
the
this. They
world
get
3
floated
times
into
over,
space.
So our man in green decides to power down for a quick cryo sleep nap and wait for somebody to come pick
Now this
him
is
up.
full. Which I still can't remember,
Sadly,
even though
the
I played it.
wake-up call he gets 4 years
a week
later
ago.
isn't quite the one that Master Chief was hoping for, arriving in the form of a Covenant attack that sends him barreling down to an enemy world called Requiem at the start of Halo 4. As he
Our
tries to make his
sultry
way off the planet,
Cortana.
he finds that Cortana is beginning to sound a little loopy thanks to a condition called rampancy,
Fun.
which causes AIs to gradually decay once they reach the end of their
Humans have
intended
rampancy
lifespan.
too, it
In
just
the process
takes
of trying to make
80
it back
years to
Earth
get
so
to
that
us.
he can patch up his malfunctioning buddy, Master Chief accidentally unleashes an ancient Forerunner known as the Didact. He's big, ugly, and really not a fan of humankind, so
No.
this turns out to be a pretty major error. His wife, on the other hand, is a charming lady named the Librarian. She tells Master Chief all about humanity's true history and offers her assistance to help thwart the Didact's plan to convert all of the humans in the galaxy into his own Promethean warriors, allowing the Forerunners to resume control. Basically, the usual galactic domination trip. Master
Funny
Chief
thing
then
is, he's
heads
the
off
only
to
one
track
left,
down
and unless
the
he has,
Didact, though
they've
not before
stored their
causing
own
a bit of an
things,
outrage back home by
I doubt they'd be able to
refusing
actually help
hand
it.
Cortana over to the UNSC, going rogue and taking his increasingly unstable AI buddy along with him instead.
Yes, increasingly unstable.
Didact
I
manages
do
to
like how in
wipe out
Halo
an
4 they
entire
actually make that a
city
problem.
called
She
New
keeps
Phoenix
screwing
before
up
he can be
throughout the
stopped.
story.
But Master Chief is
Which
eventually
is
able to take him down, with
a nice
Cortana
touch.
sacrificing herself so that he can make it out alive.
The fifth game then speeds
Oh,
us on to the
the
year
bots are back.
2558,
Isn't it fun?
where humanity is now enduring an onslaught from both Covenant and the
Now this
Didact's
is-
remaining forces.
Yep.
And we thought 2021 was rough. Halo 5 Guardians introduces us to a new Spartan squad called Fire Team
What's all these
Osiris,
ranged races
as they
suddenly
embark
showing up?
on a mission
Yeah, well.
to retrieve a missing
Ah, yes,
scientist
Bucky.
called Dr. Halsey. As well as being wanted for crimes against humanity as the originator of the whole child-stealing super soldier project, Dr.
Just
Halsey
happens when
has
you've got
some
ancient
valuable
races. They
intel
tend to show
which
up when
the
they want to.
UNSC are keen to recover. After getting hold of the good doctor, Fire Team Osiris are then sent off in search of none other than Master Chief. Halo's iconic hero appears to have broken bad after receiving a cryptic message from Cortana and going off in search of her.
This is the game
As
we
it
didn't
turns
play,
out,
this one.
Cortana has uncovered an
Yes.
even more frightening set of Forerunner weapons called the Guardians, which are
Fun.
basically giant robot
Idols.
monsters. Cortana's plan is to take control of the Guardians herself so that her big, artificially intelligent mind can use them to keep humanity safe. It's all very Skynet, and Fire Team Osiris are having none of it, enlisting MC's old pal Arbiter to help them put a stop to the whole thing. They managed to get MC himself on side, but even he can't talk Cortana out of her.
Good bit of acting there.
As she quickly enlists every other
In that
AI
scene, that's
in
the only scene I
galaxy
remember from
to
Halo
back her
5 is
up.
this particular
With
one
no
where
moves
she
left to make, the Chief and all his buddies pile
talks
onto their
to
ship
Master Chief and is
frantically
very
speed away
dramatic
from
about
their
it.
new AI overlord.
By the way, that Cortana is
Oh,
not the
yeah,
actual
and the name of that
Cortana.
ship that they make their escape on? The Infinity.
But there is one more chapter to this
Yep,
tale
the
that
Halo
you
5
might want
too.
to freshen up on before digging into
Halo
Halo
Wars
Infinite,
2.
and that is found in Halo Wars 2. The real-time strategy sequel picks back up with the Spirit of Fire crew after they spent a good 28 years drifting around in cryosleep. See, we told you they'd come up again. The Spirit of Fire folks eventually wake up to discover that they've bumped up against the Lesser Ark, which has now been taken over by a particularly nasty Covenant faction called
The Banished. And they're the
good
enemies
news
for
is
this
that
game.
The Ark is currently building a brand new Halo, which will be teleported back to known space upon completion, providing them with the perfect chance to hitch a ride back home. The bad news is that a Guardian snatches the Halo ring right out of the air while it's only halfway there, leaving the Spirit of Fire's crew in the clutches of a giant robot piloted by a reasonably unstable computer lady. So,
Yes,
that's where we
reasonably
find ourselves at
unstable,
the beginning
reasonably.
of Halo Infinite.
And with that, you're ready to hop back into the battle
All right.
and guide Master Chief on his
Does anyone
quest to
understand
track
that
down
anymore?
Cortana
Because
and
that
protect
really didn't help that
humanity
me
from
at all. Be quiet. I don't think that was very helpful. Whatsoever. But hey. At least we know the Banished were a thing before this. I didn't know they even existed before they were announced for this game. Bloody ancient races and crazy AIs. I wonder how Cortana's going to be released in this game, because it doesn't seem she was in much of the marketing. That version of her was. Oh, sorry, it's really quite awful. It's a mess when you... I don't think they did a very good job of summarizing it all. I could have bloody done a better job summarizing it, but it would have taken twice the amount of time. That's what I get for trying to do it as short as possible. The main part is that the Cortana in Halo 5 that goes crazy isn't the original Cortana that died in Halo 4. That one actually died, but in the end of Halo 4, she did this thing where she let her crazy rampant parts destroy a computer system on a Forerunner ship. Because rampancy is essentially a heap of parallel processes destroying her mind. And so then, one of those becomes Evil Cortana, who wants to keep humanity safe by any means necessary, and loves Master Chief. And it's the only two things she's got going for her. Sounds like an anime protagonist now. An anime storyline now I'm talking about it. Oh well. Who knows? Let's start this up, shall we? I actually have to get into it. You'll get to see the fact that... yes, it's going to take a while to load, but I'm not trying to get... Campaign? Oh, look at that handsome boy. Yes, it does. I'm also realizing that I should probably change some of the settings so they look a bit better. Video. Yes, let's. Ah, well, it was kind of necessary. It was good to have... Oh, restart of the game. I am not going to restart the game. We're not doing it on normal, we're doing it on easy. I've heard that normal is quite difficult. So we're just going to leave it at that. Alright everyone? We ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. Wonder how this is going to go. Go terribly, I suppose. Ready, set, go! Gonna be able to load the damn thing, you bloody game. I'm not expecting the highest frame rate, but I'm expecting higher because I am not streaming at the same time. Yikes! Is that the...
Would you humor me?
No, no I wouldn't. What are you doing, Master Chief? Last time I checked, you were in the middle of space at the end of Guardians. Fabulous.
If you knew how you were going to die.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Take the wind out of him, mate.
How would you live your life differently?
I knocked the Cortana right out of his head. Shame I can still hear her voice. Master Chief, mate, I know that's the sign of your ex-girlfriend, but she is dead and also crazy ghost monster, so I think, mate, you cut your losses.
My name
Sure you can.
Atriox,
Is it now?
and I am the last face you will ever see.
Well, I actually can see myself reflected in your eyes. So, I'm the last face that I ever saw. Yeah, probably should have waited and, you know, shot it onto the side of the ship. Prophecy. Look at this fellow. It's quite low graphics. It'll probably look better the second time we play this, but I've got all the graphics enabled. Because I'm not going to try and play this game where I turn the game off and then it decides to not pick it up anymore.
Pressure building in lines 4. Protocol accepted. Breach detected.
I have a feeling that's not the proper way of doing things. Breach detected, don't open the door! Good to know we're on a bucket of bolts. That would have not knocked you out, mate. Oh, he's not knocked out. He's just winded. Who is this fellow? He seems fairly unfortunate.
Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi?
Oh no, he's got a child.
And
He's going to die, isn't he?
show Daddy how big you are. Can you say so big? Good. And can you sing?
I'd like to know this man's name.
Good.
Oh, he's gone.
Singing.
Where'd he go?
How about I miss you?
I miss you.
And I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
And
Oh dear God.
I get to see you again.
I'm going to see you again.
Okay, now say bye-bye.
Bye.
He's turned into a bit of a... Look at that fellow. How has he survived so long on this Pelican, in what I would assume is deep space? Look at him. He's gone from young, strapping man to a... Oh, he got a fairly nice beard. If I didn't have my beard, I'd be jealous. Quite the handsome man. Hey, look! Friendship!
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you hear?
Sounds cutting out occasionally. Yes. Wait. I'm confused. So he's in space because he was thrown out of the Infinity. Why was he on the Infinity? How did this happen? I'm confused now. So, because I saw he was in the middle of space at the end of 5. Was he on the Infinity? That summary was terrible. I think that summary has led us astray.
Looks like the main power cells are fried. Auto shut down.
It's about 20 hours
Survival
long.
mode.
Maybe, perhaps, we'll see. I might be playing through the whole game. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But I'm certainly playing it for the next 2 streams.
If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't die.
Why do you ever need one of those cryopods to go to cryosleep? Clearly he can do it well enough on his own. Evening.
Yes! 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 We're going home!
Are we now?
Oh, welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit.
Tell me if the game volume's good to compared to my voice
From the
volume.
Calibration matrix. At least I think it's a calibration matrix. Okay, follow the light.
Oh, god damn it.
Look up.
Another one of these things, eh?
Now let's look down. That seems fine. Let's try right.
Oh wow. Why do I feel like I'm a stroke patient?
Your visor feed and motor function seem to be operational. But it looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Try moving it. Stay calm. You've been out there a while.
The sound is a bit janky for some reason.
Come in here to check the diagnostics on your armor.
Ouch.
Whoa, 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 easy there, big guy. You're not.
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief.
Let me guess, humanity's pretty much gone. Where in the bloody hell are we?
Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here. I don't even know where here is.
Neither do I.
No, no, no. Not then. Not again. We need to run.
I need a weapon.
Weapon. This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Wait, what? What are you gonna do?
Right?
Improvise. Close the door.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Fellow's been watching Bear Grylls. It's a bit annoying that the sound keeps cutting out. Are you getting that, or am I the only one who's experienced those drops in sound? Warship Kraken.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here.
Woo. Whee. Loose connection? I wonder.
You have one bullet against an entire army.
And I've got a
What can you do on your own?
I told you.
improvise.
It's enough.
So I see.
Oh look! Now it's got more than one bullet.
They're powering up a stasis beam.
Oh look, a gun!
We can't escape.
You work on the batteries. I'll buy us some time.
Hope they tell us how we got here.
Now what?
Current sectors, waypoints, yeah, Z. Fun. Okay.
We can't go anywhere while that stasis beam is active.
Is this an actual video game?
Down.
Apparently it is! Look, I can control people. It's only been like 30 minutes.
How will you get back?
I'll figure something out.
Ooh, fun. Did they take our ship? Or is this their ship to begin with? Okay. That's a punch. What if they have assassinations? Well, you know how video games are. Q. Whee. Glad there's no full damage.
Chief, whatever you're planning to do it fast.
Whee! 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 Hey! How you doing? This will be easy, by the way, everyone. I don't expect it to be too difficult. Also, I've had a bit of experience in this game. See, I've been playing the multiplayer with my nephew. Whee! Crunch. This is very fun. Wow, these grunts are talkative. You're just an ah! Am I now? Oh, that's right. Your leader said it was the last face I would ever see. Ooh, very ominous. I'm gonna beat you all to death. Goodness, these guys are talkative. Woo! Fun. Use this thing a lot in a multiplayer. Fun gun. Like a pistol with awful drop-off. Oh, no need to be such a brute. Have some manners, mate. Why can Master Chief understand them now? I guess English has become the universal language of the universe. Should have punched him in the face. Damn.
We do not bow our heads.
Mm-hmm.
We do not kneel before false idols.
Oh, good to know these brutes have made themselves independent.
Fight together.
Apes together strong.
Lay down our lives
That hologram.
to protect our creatures.
Oh, so we were in the Infinity and it got blown up.
On the Infinity. He was looking for something.
Was he now?
He killed everyone.
I doubt that.
I know. We met.
That's one way of talking about. Oh, there's a grunt nearby that's come to grips with immortality. That's good. Shall we, demonstrate it to them? What's this? Ammo? Oh, this is because it's an open world thing. Ammo crates are probably required now, aren't they? But yes, this game is about twice as long as most other Halo games. Hello! Good to meet you all. Good chat, everyone. Good chat. Oh, there's still one more. Also, it has been many years, so maybe they've completely translated and Master Chief. Oh, this is an open world. Yes, eventually.
You are unworthy to fight our chieftains.
Am I now? Don't be so concerned about your armor. I'm about to gun you down. Be concerned about your armor. Apparently, this is an open world. And a Far Cry, otherwise you need a bloody grapple hook. Plasma carbine. Hooray! Those cheeky bastards. These guys are very annoying. Ah, I'm supposed to do that, am I? Woo!
Where is he going?
Where am I going? Straight towards your face, mate. Well, it certainly feels as good as the multiplayer plays. That's always a good start. Though this machine gun is far more useful than multiplayer. I really hope I get away from this bloody red area. What's with games' obsession with starting somewhere entirely red?
An invasion force.
Fun.
How do we stand a chance against all these? The banished won already. We could be the only two humans left alive out here.
Again, I doubt that.
And there's still hope.
Haha, love you. Love your optimism, Master. Yes. 2 major game series becoming open world this year. Could I... There it is. Ah, Lasky's still alive at least.
Now for the rest of us. Rally up with your squad and get to the nearest pod, Marine. Move! Yes, sir. Fire Team Taurus, rendezvous with me at Bay 18. We're heading to the surface. Acknowledged. We're on the move.
There's still hope, so how are they going to?
If you're not already off the Affinity, disengage and get to the lifeboats.
No idea.
Windfall 1, we got a lot
Sounds like future Master Chief's problem.
seeing out there.
I'm just here to hit people really hard.
And on the ground. Be ready for a rough landing. You heard her. Stay safe. I'll see you on the ground, Spartan.
I imagine they were going to be alive. They wouldn't
Let's get it done.
spend all that time setting up Captain Lasky as a character and not use him later. To you too. Awful lot of human weapons in here, I'm starting to realize. Hello! Maybe I should have put this on normal. Can I change it? No. Oh well. Pistols, pistols, pistols. What's this? Haha! I saw somebody do this in the multiplayer. You can pick up these fusion cores that have before were just environmental hazards. Ah, mate. I'm a bit too terrible at video games to try something like Legendary. I've heard this game is actually a lot harder than people expected, so... I'm going to stick to being easy because I'm a weakling at video games. Look at my age. My reaction time isn't that good anymore. I'd join an esports team if my reaction time was that good. Cheeky sod. You can actually headshot with this thing now. Interesting. Who's this?
Let's get even. Throw a grenade incoming.
Hello! That man just killed himself. Well, these people's sense of self-preservation needs some bloody work. Chunk. Not actually use the plasma cannon in multiplayer. Having fun back here? Oh no, it's just a way to flank them, was it? Right here. Wonder what's calling that. Seems very inconsistent. What if it's a processing thing? Got nothing else open on this computer, I don't think, though, so I don't understand what would be causing it. Oh dear.
Soon,
Frightening.
the bandit will stand victorious.
Will they now?
Patriarchs, hear these words. Even from beyond this life, your will is served. Your forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control.
Oh wow, he's certainly not looking any handsomer.
Humanity will cower before your legacy. They will burn.
Will they now?
Their brazen defiance will be all.
Gotta love these evil villain monologues, eh? Vtuber. Hey, you should have turned around.
We have a new problem.
We need to get out of here.
I'm working on it.
Faster. These pelicans nearly on board and the power's still out. Don't let them get me.
Man, God is such a good word. Shame Dimwit's made it politically incorrect. I suppose. I was a more... what is the word for it? Andropolis? The Greek word that's very fabulous. That means mankind. We should use that word. Granted, it has andros in it, which means man anyway. I always realised that people use that sort of thing interchangeably, though. It wasn't until someone pointed out that I realised, oh, I can see where you're coming from. Let's press a button. Button.
This requires a hack.
Shame you don't have Cortana.
And you can do that.
No. New plan. Scuttle the ship.
You are going to destroy this ship with us in it? I'm going to die here.
Down.
There are cooling
Get
pipes
your
running towards
knickers in a knot, mate.
So?
I'm gonna warm things up.
Wah! Pow! Pow! Wah! Whoop whoop! The other guy doesn't have a real name. I'm honestly not too sure what his name is. I'm sure it'll be introduced eventually. He's just Echo 261, which is the name of his pelican, not him.
Well, hurry. I can see them. Boots. The little things. All waiting.
Grunts.
Don't let them get me, please.
Most of these weapons are terrible in multiplayer. Probably far better. Yes! Take my fiery goo. Back here. Stabby! Garden lances and bayonets. Ow. Got splash damage, this one does.
Get ready.
Okay. Fire up those engines, Chief. Maybe we'll survive.
Seems a bit of a terrible idea to have your cooling vents in your bridge where people will be shooting, but you know, I may not be the judge of brute technology. You want to keep valuable assets away from things that can be blown up. Hello!
The Spartan.
You're not looking not as good these days. Look at you. Not nearly as handsome.
The Master Chief returns. We thought you dead.
Mm-hmm.
Tossed into the void. Yet here you stand.
You should stop tossing people into the void.
Call
Shockingly good
the
preserver, that.
Savior. Covenant. Demon. The banished. Prey.
Oh! Look at you.
Destroy.
Very clever. Do you think that one up and all on your own, man?
Does not. The banished will hunt you
I'm sure your little brain was whirring like a hamster wheel to get that one out.
wherever you run.
Wasn't planning on running, mate. No need for the ominous speech.
Who is that?
I was gonna shoot him in the face to begin with. Happens to Shepard, too.
He knows you. He knows all about you. You need to hurry and get back here.
Oh, so that's not the same guy as the last one.
We'll hold together.
These are two separate people. Why do I have two brutes? Oh, I like this gun. Shame. Oh, I forgot I have a sprint. Oh dear. This is the beginning of Halo 2 all over again. Whee! I have a slide button. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a lot of Mass Effect references. Ow! Mass Effect references in this game. Because the game is made a fair few years afterwards, and Mass Effect was the most influential sci-fi series after Halo. Or one of them. So it's almost inevitable they're going to start resembling each other. Scarum.
Victory is already.
Yeah, it seems somebody recognizes that victory has already won. Whee! Stay on your posts, they say. Whee! Well, at least none of these dropships will be doing any good.
He felt bad. Even the banished seem freaked.
Mm-hmm. Why is that a problem?
Time.
The batteries.
Charging slowly. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Too close.
I'll leave you be, mate. Ow, fun. Seems I won't even need to fight these banished bastards. Most of them are dying on their own. Hello! Well, that is going to be a great deal of fun. Whoop. Oh, this is a great deal of fun. Whee! Whee! Oop. Go! What's with us getting hit by space debris? Whee! Bit of a shame they blew up the Infinity. I like that ship. Why is this called Infinity? If the Infinity isn't involved. When is it going to drop the title card? It's going to do it soon, right? Infinity. It always does in these sort of games. Yes. Instructing message. Location detected. Instructing message. Mission successful. What? Infiltration complete. Subsystem failure. Rude.
Chief, you still with me?
I'm here.
Okay.
Retrieve weapon. Alright.
I'm going to get
I've
you.
done that all mission, mate. Know what you want. Hell is the weapon?
Welcome back, Chief.
I don't know much about this. I've not watched any stuff about Halo Infinite, so I have no idea about its story or story points. I haven't watched any trailers except for the first one, actually. Well, there's the title card. Gonna happen. And other than the sound issues we've been having, which could be solved with a couple of plugs in, plugs out sort of a deal, I think we're doing quite well, don't you? It's looking quite nice, isn't it? All 1080p.
Infinity. Class. Supercarrier. Crew size. 7,150. Not found.
Near field perimeter.
1,986. UNSC tag. Detected.
Status.
Deceased.
Well, yes. Quite smooth. Wonderful. 1080p 60 FPS. Only can be done by two separate computers or one particularly powerful one.
Atriox assured us of his death. Are you not angered? No. I feel invigorated. You promised us revenge, superiority, renewal.
That is worrying.
Threatens everything. Do you question my leadership?
Oh, so Atriox is dead.
Atriox's vision. Atriox is dead. It is his fault that we are stuck here. The banished will never bow to anyone again.
Oh, there's an invisible fellow.
Not the Covenant. Not the Prophet.
Well, they're all dead, so you don't have to worry about that one.
Not her.
Oh, so Cortana's still floating about the place. Evil elites. Wonderful.
This ring will be operational.
I don't understand how she'll be able to kill her with the ring.
Then you will have your revenge. Blade Master.
Oh, wonderful.
Follow Spartan from a distance. I want to know everything about him.
Don't you already know everything about him? Emotionally unstable. Used to be the lover of that giant evil space lady that you're all worried about. I assume handsome. That or when he takes off his mask, he still looks like the boy version of him you've always seen. He's just now in a giant lanky body. He's not muscular at all, he's actually quite thin. The suit's quite thickening.
We're done, right, Chief? If we stay out here any longer, they're gonna come back. They'll find us and they'll kill us. What is it you're searching for?
Signal located. Waypoint uploaded.
There's nothing there. You're looking in the wrong direction. We need to go home.
Where are we going with a Pelican? Clearly you haven't been able to get away.
Flight control override.
Do it.
Autopilot engaged.
Wait, What? Are you kidding me? Why would we go down there?
The Banished plan to wipe us out. All of us.
Like a reverse Captain America. Yes! Yes, I can stop them on my own. I have before. I am the Master Chief. Don't you doubt me.
We lost.
Mm-hmm.
We need help, not heroics.
No. We do our duty. Protect humanity, whatever the cost.
I can't be the only.
I'd like to know your name, mate.
We have a new mission, soldier.
What is it? What's down there?
A weapon.
A weapon? How many guns do you need? What is wrong with you? Remind me to never pick up a Spartan. This is a terrible idea. They're coming for us. All of them.
Then it is an even fight, as the shipmaster once said.
Incoming, all directions. It's not safe.
Pull back.
Okay.
Who is that guy? He seems familiar. Honestly, I am not too sure. Whee! Almost threw myself off the end.
Heads up. Lots of Banished craft heading your way.
It's entirely possible he was part of some extended universe content we have very little connection with. Good to see the Covenant invented a battle rival. Also, strange addition, all weapons have universal aim now. Bit of a weird choice, but you know. Such is the nature of things, I guess. Woo! I mean the actor. Oh. Not too sure.
More reinforcements. This weapon of yours must be worth it.
He does seem familiar though, doesn't he?
I will cover.
This whole place looks like it's dying. Like it's clinging to life somehow.
Ooh, I want your gun.
How is that possible?
Each ring is different. I see an entry point in the wall ahead.
Get in there. Find this weapon. Then we can go. Right?
Yes, we can. Whee! There's definitely going to be a lot of secrets I don't find because of that.
Be careful. They're still coming. You really pissed them off back there.
Well, I did sort of blow up their whole ship. So. Usually when some sort of... I'm not too sure what their equivalent of currency is, but I don't know.
It's beautiful.
Those wonderful toys.
And broken. Very, very broken.
Yes, I'm wondering about that.
Move. There are Banished ships everywhere.
Well, then it's no different from the first level. I wonder when they're actually going to let us into this open world they've been screaming about the whole time they've been advertising this bloody game. Whee! Whee! Ulting was introduced in 5, I think. They also introduced a dash in 5.
Time to fight human.
Ah, the grunts are funny. I feel like I should be shooting everyone properly, but it is easy, so it is a bit unsatisfying. I'm starting to wonder if this was a terrible choice. Ah well, if it's boring, I'll just change it and do the stuff again if I have to, while off stream. Didn't know the elites are back there. Back to the Halo 3 dynamic. Very nice. Well, Halo 2 dynamic, actually. Halo Reach, also. Oh, god damn it. I thought after 3 I would be free of these bloody voices. Why am I always haunted by the sultry voice of Cortana? Master Chief, you need a body psychiatrist. Not a war. Whee. Certainly looks nice now, doesn't it? Look at this. Pistol! Could have sworn this pistol was a lot stronger in multiplayer. Starting to become like a common nature of things. Sanguini down! Which is fun, because that's the actual name for elites. The brute weapons are just funner. Unalive.
You will be forgotten.
Will I now? You certainly haven't forgotten me after all this time. Makes you think anyone else will. All this shininess makes like a game from 15 years ago. Yes, I believe people are worried about that. But I think these textures, they're beautiful. Very nice. The guns look quite rough and beautiful. It's just games these days just don't go for this style much anymore. There was another game that sort of looked like this shiny. Godfall. That's right. Godfall also had a shiny aesthetic. Vaguely similar to this. Oh, what the bloody hell is this?
What are those things? This is Forerunner, right? I've heard the stories, but man, this is crazier than I imagined.
Some sort of four on a grave? Or is it a human grave? Whee!
Dumb question. How do you know this isn't a trap?
Well.
Great. I hope this weapon of yours is worth the risk. I'm reading multiple enemy ships heading this way. Too many. We're running out of...
Thanks for the quick show of the thing being blown up. Now, what is this weapon, eh? It's an AI, isn't it? Yeah, replacement for Cortana.
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
Okay.
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
Oh, has she now?
How? By you?
That's a surprise.
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something?
Apparently.
Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you...
And who the bloody hell was it?
Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Well, we needed
Good.
an AI.
My programming failed. I'm not supposed to be here. You need to delete me.
We need a weapon.
No.
No. I was created for one purpose, and that purpose is no longer needed.
I have a feeling
My
it's
mission is
not.
over.
We have a new one. The Banished are planning to fire this ring. We need to make sure they don't.
First of all, what's a banished?
Ah.
You may have noticed that a significant piece of this installation has been damaged, making that impossible. And third, to fire this ring, they would need an activation index. Cortana had the index. I had parts of it as well.
Something stopped your deletion.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find out
And
why.
I doubt Cortana actually
But
made it to that ship.
This wasn't the mission.
Too bad,
Missions
weapon.
change. They always do.
Are you sure?
Oh, isn't this adorable? Mate, you need to really fix your problem with AIs, mate. Your obsession.
No, removing me triggered a response from the ring.
Fun.
I need you to understand. There's not much time.
So we've got baby Cortana?
If you knew how you were going to die, how would you live your life differently? How would you live your life differently?
That's a good question. I pose that to you, listeners of this stream.
It's Cortana's.
No, it's not her.
Just
It's
dust and
dust and
echoes.
echoes.
Why are there dust and echoes?
What? It's just pieces of data cycling until they run out of power. It's all around us.
You really did a number on her.
Today, I was called an emotionless automaton. They saw faces. 75 healthy subjects, handpicked by me. Perfect. They will not all survive. I understand that and have made peace with it. Mostly.
Oh,
There is
Halsey.
one subject where I find myself hoping does live through this. He is perfectly suited for what is coming.
Let me guess, his name start with J. Oh no, there are ghosts of children. Wow. Whatever happened between Halo 5 and Halo Infinite has been awfully nasty on everyone involved, it seems. Did the bloody AI that went rampant go rampant again? 116. That was me. Old Johnny boy himself.
Something up ahead. I can feel it calling out to me.
Ancient civilizations calling it ambush.
These are the banished.
Affirmative.
They smell even worse than I imagined.
How the hell can you smell?
Smell them.
Well, an array of sensors in your armor can, and I analyze the input.
Oh, aren't you fun?
Smell fine, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I exfoliate and use deodorant. Quite uncommon when you are a 7-foot-tall man wearing armor.
Look, over there. That's the source.
The bridge is out.
Yes, it is. Maybe there's a way to power it back up nearby.
Plant a power seed to activate the light bridge.
They'll pair you with another AI.
Hmm.
Maybe even another Cortana model if I'll select them.
Oh, that's from Halo 4. He was genetically engineered to smell good. Genetically engineered to smell irresistible to AIs that are vaguely based on Dr. Halsey. Which is worrying. And also, that line was from Halo 4. I'm under the impression I have to put this in something now. How do I plant this seed? No. Oh. Probably makes a bit more sense than pegging it at something. But yes. They'll even pay with another AI, another Cortana model. That was something Cortana said when she went crazy in 4. Very fun. Hope she doesn't say any lines from 5 because I only know one of them and it's...
Is it safe?
I think so. Yes. It's safe.
Early 20s Cortana, wearing her Admiral cosplay is...
This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me.
That's
It
not
was
good.
the last part I remember being deleted. Let me just...
Seems these Forerunner artifacts are really determined not to let the AIs be deleted, huh? Oh well.
You are here because you were chosen.
Hello.
Our enemies are getting smarter and more numerous every day. What I am about to show you will help turn the tide of war.
Good old Halsey, looking a lot older these days. She lost an arm in 5.
To harness the strategic power of a shipborne AI onto the battlefield. Are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Halsey.
Oh look, she's purple.
Unlike previous AI models, she
Good
is
reference to
a
Halo 1 where she
premium
was in fact purple.
directly communicating with your neural interface. Think of her as a new set of eyes to aid your reactions and upgrade your reconnaissance. She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
She looks strange and very
Together you become our
HD,
newfound hope. Together, you become our key to humanity's survival.
Good performance capture in this game though.
She will do anything necessary to make sure that your mission is accomplished. Even if that means sacrificing herself. Or you. To accomplish it.
Well, that didn't work out, did it?
What happened? I touched it and
You went off
Is
into
that real?
space. No.
it's just data.
No, it's not real, mate.
It's just here. Clusters of recursive code. But
Memories.
this, on the other hand,
As they say.
this is the
Let's call it
framework I
memories.
used to trap Cortana. It contains a copy of the activation index, at least fragments of it. What should we do with it?
Do we need it?
Well, based on what you've told me so far, the bigger question is, do the Banished need it?
Do it.
Rightio. Done. Look at that performance capture. That's one thing about Halo 5. The performance capture was immaculate in that game. The emotions you could see on people's faces.
Something?
Cortana was particularly
Let's go.
good. There's only one scene I remember from that game. It's Betrayal of Master Chief by Cortana. Very good. The range of emotions showed on her face in that scene was quite impressive. And it was just a good scene. Probably one of the better scenes in that game otherwise. Bit of a dumpster fire otherwise.
I don't have access.
We need a route out of here.
Okay,
Whee!
let's see. There's a breach close by. It should lead us to the surface.
Might change this game to normal at some point. And if I can't do it halfway through, then I'll just make sure I play through the game to the point where we finished. Probably keep going for another hour though. Hour and a bit maybe.
Give me a second, and I'll get this bridge activated.
Will you now?
We've got company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead.
Alrighty. Whee!
Surprise, human! We kill you good.
Oh, hello. Arthur from Journeyman Truly is way better AI sidekick than Cortana. Oh, don't be rude to the poor lass. She's an antique! An AI from times gone by. A lot of the emotional impact she has, I think, comes not from her... well-developed character or clever wordplay. It comes from her...
Wow, you got here
That's what Arthur was.
Not the type to waste any time, huh?
No.
Noted. Let's go.
I feel like many things, like the old Metal Gear games, and like there wasn't as much emotion in these old games, but a lot of people put emotion into characters in them. So I feel people loved Cortana not just because she was actually a well-written character that actually made you feel things, but more people put that onto her. And the series treated her as such. sort of accepted reality that everyone that played the Halo series just understood. So without a history of the Halo series under your belt, the emotional connection to our dear friend will be lessened somewhat. Ow. Oh, banished audio logs. I definitely thought it's an open world game. Arthur was raised in late 20th century media and told a lot of pop culture jokes. Yes. I don't think Cortana was ever supposed to be a funny, fun sidekick sort of thing. Oh, he carries around guns, fun. Ah, he was using the bloody skewer, was he?
No.
What's wrong?
This gravity lift should be powered
I'm
up.
taking that.
We need to
This thing
find
is
a way
fun.
to bring it back online.
It's like a giant harpoon gun. Looks sort of like a rocket launcher. Ah, thought you'd be hiding it.
This object, it's part of the ring's life force.
Why does the ring have a life force?
Called a power seed.
Yes, why didn't you say that before? Yes. I guess there's something fun to a sidekick that's, you know, a bit chirpier.
All time.
Maybe this new version of Cortana, the weapon, will be a bit more chirpier. Maybe it should be funner. But it's hard for a 25th century AI not raised on 20th century technology not to know pop culture references, I suppose. And be generally funny. Humor is a bit difficult to land when there's no common ground between us. Oui, Yermi amplified us. Glad to meet you. Oh.
Chief, stop. How is that a Spartan? We need to find out what happened.
Good to know. The Infinity Spartans are still around the place, eh? Thank you.
She was carrying an enhanced shield module. Let's see what I can find out about her. Accessing.
Spartans
This
never
is
die.
Spartan Bonita Stone, recon specialist. Her vitals have been offline for nearly a month.
As you know.
Cause of death was an energy blade, but different, stronger.
Oh, fun. And a
Single
plasma
strike.
weapon gets
She
stronger.
never saw it coming.
Ouch. Uh-huh. Fun. Must have been that Blade Master fellow. Don't worry. I've sent you to the great beyond.
We're here. That elevator should take us to the surface.
Oh dear. He just killed himself with his own grenade. Oh, Halo. Strange little... Murderize you in just a sec. What's causing those hatches?
You're finally ready to fight!
Oh, I was shooting you with a gun. This whole time, little grunt man. I suppose there would have to be some sort of system to allow me to disappear into the woodwork if this is going to be an open world experience. Stalker rifle. Oh yeah, it's that one. It's the new carbine. There's also a carbine. Where am I going? There we are. Oh, brutes. Where are the brutes gone? Bring me to your leader. I can shoot him with a giant skewer.
We need to call down the elevator. Look for a control terminal.
Hacking? I was pressing an elevator button.
The elevator's drawing power from the ring.
How fun.
Well, it was. The seed is missing.
The seed. Heyo, Godbox, you've come late to the party. I have a giant skewer.
What are these things?
Genetic repositories.
Ah.
Forerunner storage vessels. Silex.
Carbon.
How do you know this?
Carbine.
I
Carbon.
was stuck in that room for 6 months.
Carbine.
Surrounded by them.
Is
Let's
it
just
pronounced
say they
carbine?
talk a lot. That should do it. Let's get back to the elevator.
Genetic repositories, eh? Carbine. Like Mr. Bean in a car. A carbine.
Whatever's below.
Uh-huh.
When it opened, God, it was something different. I've never seen anything like it.
How very mysterious.
It's not my fault.
Ah, that's right, humans are the only ones who can operate Forerunner technology. They've had to have had humans for a while, at least. Up.
This isn't Forerunner. It identifies
You might need to
as
go back
vanished.
and watch Cardbox.
You operate.
The earlier parts of
In
the
my
stream to
sleep.
understand what the hell's going
Not that
on.
I sleep.
It's only pronounced with a long
Oh,
I in video
I
game
don't need
circles.
to.
Well, yes,
It's
because
already
most
in
of
this
us
right
never
now.
actually heard it pronounced in real life, and neither have I. I've never been really, other than going to
But
Anzac Days, nobody's
it's
ever
a
really
friend?
talked about that sort of gun language.
It isn't.
Hello, everyone. Do you have a human gun? How do you even use that gun? Military is running with a long E. Carbine.
Interim's orders are that you should be brought before him.
Is that
He
so?
did not specify in how many pieces.
I still don't know how you use that gun, mate. Bloody bastards. One more of these. Make sure his shield doesn't block it, eh? Now give me your gun. Ah, there it is. The Hydra. And a shotgun.
You were right. He was not friendly. By the looks of him, he was some sort of leader. They called him Tremonius.
Tremonius.
Not anymore.
That's almost funny.
This lass has a strange sense of humor.
Multiple banished craft are converging on your location. They're coming for you.
Sierra 117.
Tremonius, eh?
I've been trying to reach you. You vanished.
I always do.
Okay, I got your location. On my way. Be ready.
Nice shooting, Tex. Thank you. Not quite like the gunslingers of old, but, you know, the gunslingers of old couldn't manipulate the world tendency so that it was easier for them to shoot people. I can. Pick up Spartan Core. Fun. That's our upgrade system, is it? Spartan
There's
Core.
Silex. But this one's open. What do you think was in it?
Another problem.
Oh, so maybe the Blade Master was some sort of ancient
Trust me,
alien.
it won't be.
They reconstructed an ancient alien. Just how he's so powerful? He did. Wondered how long it would take them. Oh dear, I blew myself up. Hey, I died.
Another Silex. But this one's open. What do you think was in it?
Another problem.
Why so cynical? It might be something good.
Trust me.
Oh, I can pick up
It
guns.
won't be.
It never is something good when an ancient alien's been unlocked from a cage. First death and it was to yourself. Always is. No! Hey! He said have a grenade and I thought he'd thrown one.
How do we get out of here?
Terminal, over there.
Oh, another skewer! Because that's what I need. More giant weaponry.
I should be able to get control from here.
We're gonna have a big overlord moment.
Glorious has fallen, a victim of the Master Chief's might. Do not fool yourself. He was not the best of the banished, not by any measure.
I would like if you looked at me, mate. Come on. I know you've got missing eyes, but
Me that we
there we are.
have not been introduced. I, of course, know of you, Spartan.
There we go.
Your legend, the fear you inspire is admirable. The hope you stir in the hearts of your kind. Misplaced.
Rude.
I want you to know my name too. To know my legend.
Classic egomaniac. Good to know, mate.
Beg me for mercy.
A violent egomaniac.
I am Escharum, War Chief of the Banished. This is my world now. And you have little time remaining in it.
Do I now, mate? Aren't you frightful?
Look at this place. It's so full of more monsters coming to kill us.
Yes, I thought you would finish the sentence like that. If I hadn't wanted subtitles.
You're gonna need to clear me somewhere to land.
Incoming.
Give me that gun. Wow, this is fun. Get a place? Now here I thought he was just some random dude with fancy armor. Telling me they have a hierarchy? What if they have organized religion as well? Oh wait, that's why they became the banished. Wow, multiplayer is very different from this game. Also, in multiplayer, I don't think any of these guns actually exist. What is killing me there?
Wow, look at this place. It's so full of more monsters coming to kill us.
You're gonna need to clear me somewhere to land.
Incoming.
Smack. This is quite nice though. Feels quite good to do this. Especially this. Yep. Well, I can see how normal would become a lot more difficult. For easy, I've got a lot less help than I expected. Oh, yes. No ammo. This thing also has a non-tracking mode, but the tracking mode is... Why would you use anything else? Eat the flesh, pick the bones. Charming, mate. Absolutely charming. If you don't do tracking, though, it's much stronger. Oh, dear God. The non-tracking does more damage. I'm aware. Ah, that's what killed me. Those little explosive containers are like those gas canisters you have in other games. Well, in some games. They do become self-propelling if you're not careful. Got it. Thank you. Convenient to know. I'm gonna find and kill you. Frightening. He's got the ability to both find and kill. Oh. I missed. What was my objective? Oh, so each outpost is called after the person who leads it. Convenient to know. No. That'll never get old. I really should do that in multiplayer more often. Yes, you did barely feel it. Very annoying. These elites are tough. Whee! Oh. All units retreat, eh? Why is everyone carrying human guns? Hello?
That's the last of them.
Wait, press a button to secure the landing zone. How very open world
Let
game.
me see. The Banished are using a modification of the Covenant's BattleNet protocol.
Oh, fun.
Pretty easy to push through, and done. I've removed this location from the system. We're safe here.
That's not how that
LC
works.
secure.
But I'll let it slide. Imagine me just coming up with an eraser and erasing one of their bases from the map, and they're like, yeah, I guess it just didn't exist. All those people who died and disappeared in a base in that area, yeah, it didn't happen. Contrived, but it is an open world game. If they were all AIs, that would make sense. They are not. Hey, mate.
Oh, solid ground.
Eh, don't start kissing it. Oh, damn it. Mate, I don't know how hygienic things are.
We can go. Did you find the weapon you were looking for? Can we go?
Hi.
What the?
Yes, AIs would certainly be not their favorite thing, eh?
But she... This is all her fault.
It isn't Cortana. Tell him.
But it's classified.
And shut the hell up.
Permission granted.
I was created by Dr. Catherine Halsey to mimic this installation's security to trap Cortana for deletion. I was successful.
Cortana's no longer a threat. And now she's going to help us stop the Banished.
Fun.
Of course she is.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a Banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Yes. Yes, you should listen to her. You're gonna get us all killed.
Oh, this is fascinating. You're trying to survive, but I was programmed to die.
Really? One person with a death wish wasn't enough.
Yes, they
Oh,
stuck
I
two of
was
them in a
just
suit.
figuring what I'm supposed to- I'm picking up a UNSC distress signal.
Location.
The source is 4 kilometers.
Oh, Master Chief, you're needlessly self-destructive. So much so, if that I was a psychiatrist, I'd put my bets on you being self-destructively suicidal.
This is our current location. This was, until 2 minutes ago, a banished forward operating base. I say was because now it's ours.
Not how that works.
What is she talking
Really
about?
not how that works.
Now, here's the cool part. There are more UNSC forward operating bases that have fallen into banished hands. Well, paws. They have paws.
Do they have balls?
Each
Oh,
one
oh.
is associated
They
with
are
a
bears,
territory.
after all.
Here's the location of the UNSC signal I've been tracking. And here are 2 more fobs.
Let's go.
Let's go. What? There?
Oh, you're the pilot. Where did Chief go?
Siempre hay algo contigo. Déjame en paz, por favor.
Oh, he's Spanish, is he? Oh, I went to his head.
Ready and waiting, Chief. Get on board and we can leave.
Do I not have a map button? Now we'll keep going for a bit longer. No harm in it. See if we can't get to the proper open world by the time we end this. My favourite. Gotta love those old references, eh?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Wouldn't know.
To some.
I agree, Chief. We seem to have some consensus amongst us.
I have a question. I was created to lock down Cortana, but I don't know why.
Well, you see, she died and then she didn't,
she
and
do
then
that was so
tried
wrong?
to kill everyone in the universe.
It's our target.
I understand that, but is this classified? Because I
No,
don't
just
have all
very...
the information.
It's one of those things at a party you don't talk about because one of them is really sad about it and you don't want to bring it up because it'll be awkward when they get really sad and bummed out about it.
What intel did Dr. Halsey give you before your mission?
Halsey only tells people what they need to know.
Clicking straight into enemy
Yes.
territory. No one will ever notice. Great
Really good for
idea,
keeping
big guy.
people
I still
under
don't
one's
understand why you
control.
had to delete her. It feels like something's missing.
She sort of tried to take over the
They
universe.
noticed. They all noticed. And we've got a battery structure up ahead. Armored. Very heavily armored.
It'll have to wait, I suppose.
Did it will.
How close can you get us?
How close? We're unarmed, and you're asking me how close?
Put us down here.
Here? We're still doing this. Hope this works, because it's as good as it's gonna get.
It's close enough.
Whee! Crunch.
Better
Gen Z Cortana. Yes, you're right, Uber. She's a Cortana for the new generation. Also, good to see you. How have you been? Whee!
We're close to the
Whee!
UNSC signal's origin.
I managed to get my
Unclear.
second computer
There's a
working as a
charge chatter on
screaming
all banished
PC.
channels. I
Uber.
keep hearing the tower. It's probably the main structure we saw as we flew in.
But now I have the power of... You're chilling? Good to know. I have the power to stream this very high definition game in the glorious 1080p.
Look down there. We're close to the fob we detected.
Evening.
You take out those monsters,
Stop calling them
Maybe that's
monsters, it's
criminal.
very rude.
and I'll show what I can do.
They are enemies, but we have to show some respect.
Is as weak as your own.
Nice, I can leave my recording software on and uploaded 4 hours and 30 minutes of my gameplay. Ah. Well, you could use it for something, I suppose. Whee! Tell me what happened to this base.
I don't need an ETA on the weapon. escort fleet in position.
Where'd he go?
Aye, sir. We've got 6 Milson frigates and the advance group ready to move.
Acknowledged.
Back here.
Set course at full speed. Hopefully we won't be far behind.
Why is that down here?
I don't like this waiting.
Do you want to get shot? Because that's a good way to get shot.
I would like to know where I could get shot from. 3 hours and 30 people's looking at my Steam page. Premium content. Yes, premium content. It's somebody's thing, I saw. Somebody's thing, I'm sure. Where are these enemies you keep speaking of? That's not an enemy, that's the sky. You want to shoot the clouds down or something? I shouldn't be burned. Steam fetish. Oh, that's one name for it.
This is Lasky to all hands. The Infinity has been compromised. All remaining crews should immediately evacuate and make for the surface.
What? Already?
Another breach port side. Faster than we can keep up.
Oh.
The move, Spartan?
You heard the captain.
Did I get someone?
Back to Hangar Bay and getting off this ship.
Heading for the ring surface with the banished all over us?
Do you think you're safer here?
Where are these bloody enemies you keep talking about?
Lost. We are not.
Down here? Ooh, a skewer. Tempting, but I'll leave it for now. Keep saying there's an enemy in the sky. I think it may have glitched. Because I'm almost certain that's not supposed to happen. Oh god. I suppose this was going to happen. Oh, bastard. I have to go from all the way from here. Yes, yes, can we skip? Good. First glitch, yes! I expect there'll be many more. I'm also expecting one of them to throw me through the map.
We're close to the UNSC signal's origin.
Source.
Unclear. There's just too much chatter on all banished channels. I keep hearing the tower. It's probably the main structure we saw as we flew in.
Try this! He's doing reloads. Unless I was supposed to kill the whole base and press one of the buttons.
Short work of that, huh?
Uh-huh.
Now to business. Let's lock down Fob Golf.
Yes, it must have been a glitch. There we are.
Let me see. Yes, I was right. All I need to do is chat with the banished security protocol. And by chat, I mean push it out of the way because it is really not smart. And there. We now have
She's,
ourselves
isn't
a
she
second
fun?
fob.
Was that you?
Affirmative.
So what, you're going to just rebuild the UNSC? Piece by piece?
With
That's
no
his fault. I'm
soldiers?
just trying to be helpful. Speaking of which, each fob seems to be linked to the BattleNet.
Bit of
And
strange
I
if they
do
did that.
this, we can piece together what the banished are up to. For instance, over here is some kind of banished outpost.
Purpose.
Unclear, but it's well defended, so it's definitely worth looking into and blowing up.
Oh, I don't think I'm playing all this on
And
the screen.
here is what I can
This seems a
only
bit
describe as
boring, doesn't
someone
it?
with the banished value highly.
Noted.
His bio is interesting. If you want to see for yourself, it's waiting for you in the database. They're tracking UNSC transponders too. Caches containing valuable equipment and intel. Oh no, it looks like there are multiple UNSC squads engaged in trying to survive. They need your help, Chief.
There we are. So it begins.
Are you ready, Chief?
What do you think?
I can call in things.
Aren't great.
Fun.
For them.
Then let's go find out what that signal is.
Mongoose drop-off approaching your LZ, Chief.
Yes, I. I'm calling other things. Woo, boom, boom. Wonder if I can get one of those gun gooses. Eee. Where am I going? That way. Destroy the native wildlife. I believe Chief doesn't have to hunt food. That would be cumbersome.
We're coming up on that outpost we learned about at the FOB. Looks like some kind of salvage operation. What's
does
our
it now?
move?
Murder time! Hello everyone! What's your thoughts on our Lord and Saviour, murder?
Banished really want to protect their fuel silos. So what are you going to do about it?
Disappoint them.
I'm very good at that, aren't I? Nope, that solo's gone. Oh, my car's gone too. Better have a car for me. Oh, Earth is still a thing. That's always nice. Oh, throw down my weapons, you say? Don't you worry, I'll do that just now. Where are you? There's my weapon. Throw it down. Ah, nice person. Look at me. Ah, they've really been salvaging our stuff, haven't they? Whee! Oh yes. I'm not just here to have fun murdering everyone, am I? Don't you hate it when an objectives get them where you go? Wonderful little massacre you've got going on.
You know what to do now.
Throw a grenade at it? No? Okay. Supposed to use one of these. That'll work. Thank you, mate. Very useful. Good to know everyone carries around weapons that can destroy their installations with them. Oh dear, mate. Don't do that kind of breathing. Makes you seem like some sort of deviant.
We've got company, Chief. Well, more company. It's like the Banished.
Oh dear, I've lost sound.
The repair base. Let's do this.
There we are. Oh, the skirmishers are back. Will my armor yield now? Is that objective? We're tank! Oh dear. Yes, that could have gone better. Oh, drop pods. Good to know. Have I? Have I made my match? In you. Little random man, eh? Ooh, frightening. Oh, I missed one. Sorry about that, guys. Wasn't thorough enough. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
We've got company, Chief. Well, more company. It looks like the Banished are tearing down and repairing vehicles here.
Not for long.
Marking the repair base. Let's do this.
My vehicle now.
Do you see that? One M808 Scorpion. In pretty good shape, too. Could be useful, if you like that kind of thing.
When are you acting like it's some sort of fetish? In the tank. Well, in the car. That'll do. For now. Scorpion! It's like, why is the tank level so early in all of these video games? Oh dear, these tank controls are interesting. Sabotage repair base. Sabotage. Ah, that's one way of doing it, I suppose. Not hard your back.
They're stripping UNSC hardware to repair
Excavation equipment?
Are the Banished digging for something?
Well, they'd have plenty of things to dig for. What I hope they find is a sense of dignity and respect. Maybe theirs that they lost when they landed here. Oh, that's the tac map button. I meant to press this button. Oh.
Scouts have identified 2 key sites that seem quite promising for excavation. We will soon be ready to dig, but we must remain vigilant. Unnatural defenses lurk beneath the surface of these rings.
Unnatural defenses, eh? And the rings are so natural, are they?
Low in battle, the material will be needed for repairs in the difficult days to come. Good hunting, Brother Arak. When this is all over, I will tell you of how I survived my days on the Great Foundry.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Ah. 360 degrees of movement. One of those grenades would work. Hello everyone. Time for some sabotage. Just bring your daily dose of sabotage. fun day of saboteuring. Yes, the commando.
Ransom Chief is officially
Fun
offline.
times.
We did it, Chief.
But who needs guns when you have explosives and a sword? What is that?
Contract is fulfilled. They surprise us.
You speak Russian? Drink vodka sounds. Unfortunately, no, unless downing a bottle of vodka is speaking Russian. I'd have to ask my friend about that. Winter may be in the name, but is not necessarily in the game. Tank feels a bit slow. Where am I going? I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's get the bloody tank and shoot things. Yep, do it. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Okay, mate. Oi! I'm not very good at these tank controls. They've changed them. They're not tank controls anymore, and I'm very upset. I liked the tank controls, and now I'm confused. Don't you know old people can't change? Why would they change things? Now where are we going? Oh, the wrong way. Hey! Crunch. But yes, had much experienced. Vitalik, I'm not too sure how to pronounce your name. Much experience with this game series? Because I have spent the last week bloody playing this game series, and I still don't know if I've got any idea of what's going on. And yes, I'm just gonna drive this tank backwards. It seems to be the way it wants to go. Ooh, seriously looks like Santa Claus. Ah. Oh. If this whole VTubing thing doesn't come out right, then I'll just have a side career as a mole Santa.
It's coming from that communication tower.
It's always been in my back pocket. Tank is good. Yeah, it's quite fast, too. Guess they've sped it up a bit since the previous games. In the other games, it was awfully slow. Practically died of old age driving around in this thing.
Fob up ahead. We could use an LZ in this region.
Why are you saying interesting, like... Ah, that grunt's got the right idea. He can't kill us if he can't catch us. He's right. Making it very easy to catch you. Get out of my way. Ow. Boom boom. Bloody shields. Let's get a good vantage point. I can shoot everyone from the top of this hill. Ah, well. Shank time! Ever been to prison, mate? Because it's like this, except the shank is usually covered in feces. Oh, the bot's back.
I think that's all of them. Get me to that terminal and Fob Foxtrot is ours. Another fob in UNSC control. And in the shadow of that banished tower.
Fun.
The closer we get to it, the stronger the UNSC distress signal becomes. The source has to be inside.
I'm seeing another fob online. Standing by to support.
Uh-oh. Where'd you come from? I don't remember anyone else being around here. Right, now. Get back in my tech. What if I shot that thing enough, it would be good. Boom! I'm really upset there's no longer tank controls on these things. I never thought I would be so messed up by it. I wonder how they survive going off cliffs. Woo! Ooh, Daredevil. Parkour! Hello! How are you? Knock knock! The chief's here.
I guess tower was a more than appropriate name. Look at that place. The signal's coming from within that main structure. Somewhere up top.
Somewhere up
We're gonna
top.
need to find a way in.
Well, that tends to be with these towers. Maybe it's a prison tower. That would be fun. Stage ourselves a Shawshank Redemption style escape. Come on, mate, this is just rude. Bloody invisible walls stopping me from bringing my tank in. I'm not quaking my boots, you bastard grunt. I just can't get out. Whee! Hey everyone! How you doing? I'm doing great. Very strong. You steal my heart. Damn it. Fight the bear, quick! Actually, I don't know which bear you're supposed to... Oh. That's embarrassing. I really should have stopped dying in such a strange way. I feel like I just die spontaneously occasionally. Bloody bears and stealing honey. But if I don't Winnie the Pooh, mate. No. What's that?
So, the demon is here. Did you think I would let you walk right into my tower?
Yeah.
My tower.
His tower, he says.
I think not. My facility is locked down. There is nothing you can do here. Except die.
They're all so confident. No, I really wish I had that sort of confidence.
He seems confident.
Yes, he does, but fortunately, it's misplaced.
It always
when the
is.
lockdown triggered, there was a power spike in what I presume was a security building. I've marked it on the map.
People should really stop putting their security buildings outside of the security. Oh dear.
This is it. Let's find a way in.
Hello. Glad that they allow me to actually use the human guns that they've had so much time painstakingly designing. Because all the bloody brutes keep using human shotguns. Shame they suck at using them. Goodness. Should have done some sort of training course. Before you can use the bulldog, you have to complete a 3-hour online training course.
Done.
Online training module, sorry. They always like to call them modules, don't they?
This place is an interrogation facility run by our elite.
It is a
friend
prison!
Chaklock.
Wonderful.
His reputation is not good.
Neither is
Justification. If I didn't need any more, I now have more justification for the murder of my enemies. Isn't he
You're going
kind?
to need to manually activate the gravity lift. Marked it on your map. This location acts as a holding facility. Prisoners are captured, funneled through to Chaklock, and then onto somewhere they call the House of Reckoning, which is suitably ominous and banished sounding.
These banished fellows sound like they should have probably kept their about 2 sentences of emo poetry away from creating a Sonico, so... Keep fighting bear. I just won't give up. No, you better not give up. Earn the respect of your forefathers, my friend. Yes, he's banished, mate. 2 sentences away. I tell you. About to start saying things you would find embarrassing when you become a 20-year-old person. Will you now? Ah! Nailed him.
Find a way to activate the gravity lift.
Yeah, I found a way. I just wanted to murder everyone first. Let me have my... Well, let me do my slam poetry. Oh no! Looking up Balalakia. Balalakia. Not very good at foreign names, unfortunately. But I'm sure that is a tragic loss. And for that I mourn you. Ah! I'm fighting with bears of my own here.
Let's go. The gravity lift's powered
I
up.
use my fist to turn them into mist. There's some slam poetry for you. Pretty sure that's how that works, right? That's slam poetry.
Chief, more Spartan armor, and the source of the distress signal.
Done.
A deployable threat sensor. It appears to lock onto and highlight any targets in range. Could be useful.
Could be useful. Probably won't be. I like my threats to sneak up on me.
This armor belonged to a Spartan named Hudson Griffin. Sensor logs suggest he was alive when the armor was removed. Forcibly. It's a long shot, but he might still be alive.
Well... The armor still looks like it's in relatively good condition, so... we might be in luck. Down here. More shotguns. They really love shotguns here, don't they? And here he thought... Whoa, you're feeling a bit... Feeling a bit, what is it called? Incompetent?
He's about what
Impotent?
you would expect.
Are those characters from the previous game?
Specializes in torture.
No, I don't recognize them, but perhaps. They do seem to be trying to talk about the human element a lot, aren't they? That make me really feel for the death of these people. Sometimes we all stumble and fall, mate. It's just you stumbled and fell right into my fist. Not ideal for most. Zoom. What's that? I'm not gonna listen to it. Even though that would give me glad freedom from the silence. Hello. Strangle a bear with his bare hands. The power. The might. Fear him. For he is the Ursan killer. Hello, little one. Really? Doing this whole I'm a person who tortures people thing. Really committing to it, isn't he? Just should be glad he's not going to live long enough to cringe at his own words, eh? In fact, I'm doing him a service here, it seems. What's that? Button core found. Button. I've been killing a lot of you, and I have been for many years. Balakaya! Balalaika. 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 Well, I'll make a note of it, mate. I won't touch your balalaika. Whatever in the hell that is. Wouldn't want to touch it considering it seems to give you the strength to take down bears. Press that and that. Yes, 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 yes. I don't need to know. Threat sensors. He can go be a threat to themselves.
Spartan Griffin. He's still alive.
Of course he is.
We need to get him out of there. Where?
I imagine Jack Locke's going to try and stab us in the back as we lead him out, because he seems like the sort of person.
Welcome to my tower, Master Chief.
Oh wow, he was in a lot more gold armor than I expected. Looks fabulous, mate. Really makes your eyes pop.
It is where you will give up your secrets.
I wish I could wear an armor suit that looked that fabulous.
See you soon.
Will I now? Oh, he's gone.
Much better.
The wall's retracted. Watch your back. He could come from anywhere.
Humanity comes from nothing and remains nothing.
For a tough bastard. Shoot you in the head? Ideally.
Griffin's threat sensor can help you locate Jacklock.
Oh, fine. Okay, there we go. No, thank you for watching for the time you did. I hope you had fun for the short time we were together. Oh wow, he had a tough bloody shield, didn't he?
We need to get him out of that machine.
Ah, bloody shock rifle, mate. Yeah, I'm coming, mate. Let's go.
Shut this thing down.
Nice shooting? Is that what that means? Oh, mate!
Here, I'm going to cut him loose.
Man, that gun looks fabulous on my back.
It's you. You're alive.
I am indeed. The rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated, as they like to say.
Chief. The Banished. I tried to stop them. I tried to...
It's alright, man. We're not all monsters of creation.
They have something they call the conservatory.
Ooh.
That's all I know. It's picked up north of here. Dig site. I couldn't stop them. But you can.
Can I now?
You have to.
Faith is inspiring, mate.
That's good. Good.
I can see him reflected in his eyes. He looks kind of funny. But look at that little bubbly face.
I'll find them.
Echo 216, all channels. Can you hear me? I repeat, can you hear me?
Chief?
Yeah, it's probably rough for you, isn't it?
Your motion tracker isn't moving. Come on, give me anything.
Chief,
I've now come to the face-to-face with the mortality of nature.
Whatever's down there either has to come with us or be left behind. Can you hear me?
Unfortunately, it seems he won't be going. He's already moved on.
a dig site on the ring?
Done his Little mortal
This
shuffle.
conservatory must
Right
be
off the
some
court.
sort of Forerunner installation. What do you suppose they're after?
It's time to go.
Tragic. I really feel like I should have known that person. Makes me think I really should have known them. Hmm. These mean. What do those little symbols mean? Hmm. Upgrades. Grapple shot. Ah. Down enemies. Shield core, threat sensor. Didn't even realize there were other tabs. FOBs, targets. Hmm. 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 Well, I think we'll finish up there. I could go for a bit longer, but it is getting a bit late here, and I've got more work to do tomorrow. Perhaps I'll try and stream on Saturday night, or something like that. Give us a bit more time with the game. I'm working with a student tomorrow night. I don't think I'll be able to do it in the morning, so... we'll see. Let me jump over to the other screen, shall we? So, how'd you like that? Thanks for the stream, man. Thank you. And other than a few audio glitches, I think we're fine. But yes, experiment successful. Isn't that joyful? Look at that, I can still handle technology no matter how old I get. Computer's no match for the mind that is me. This steel trap of a brain served me well again. And it didn't cost me that much. That's the main thing. Money was saved with this bloody thing. Granted, I'm gonna have to clear. Worked great, yes. Don't know why more people don't do it. Granted, it is a bit annoying. The prop isn't working nearly as well as it used to. But yes, worked quite well. And that is great. It is cumbersome, though. It is definitely far more cumbersome than just one computer. That thing, it works, makes you work hard for it. But as long as I remember everything, it should be fine. What I need to do now is somehow get a split Ethernet cable, and I know it's quite difficult to do that occasionally, so I will have to figure something out. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'll figure it out, I'm sure. That, or I might get myself a better wireless little dongle for the computer, and I'll just swap the Ethernet cables and the like. Other than that, I think that went great. I'm actually really happy with this. Other than it being a bit annoying occasionally, the fact I can play it, the true test will be playing something much more heavy, like a Hitman or something that has a much more CPU power put into it. Ah, well, I'll just take the prop off. D-suit. Very good. Other than that, thank you for watching. It's been great to have this experiment. A hell of a lot more people came by than I expected. And maybe next time I'll see if I can change the difficulty. And if I can't, I'll have to replay a bit of the game. Get back to where we are. Alright? And I might take the opportunity to do a bit of extra stuff that doesn't really make for good stream content. That might be how we do it. We may do a lot of the story on screen and the meandering around the countryside off screen. We will see. Other than that, as always, good night, sweet dreams. And watch out for... don't let the bed brooks bite. I don't know how you would not notice you have a bed brute infestation. The fellows are about 8 feet tall. Unless you have a giant bed, or a strange lack of fear of large human-shaped objects in your bed, Perhaps you'd think you were getting lucky or something. Other than that, good night. Thanks for watching.